I knew this was a suicide mission. Need to end this. On my terms. For my family. For honor.
Don't gotta do this.
Quiet! No more talking. We were always so different. So much alike. I miss my brothers so much. And I miss my father more than anything else. I wanted to make him proud. They're all gone now. In the end, too little, too late. Story of my life. I'm sorry, Father. I failed. Please forgive me. Focus.
You guys don't wake him up soon? I'm eating the last bagel.
Hey, Sleeping Beauty. Wake up. We got things to do.
What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and I want to thank all of you for stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing. Thank you to all the returning subscribers, new subscribers, future subscribers. I hope that today is the day that we can entertain you. We cover comic books, movies, television shows, and today we're going to be covering a comic book review that's been very popular with the comic book reading community, and those of you who are fans of these characters also. But just a reminder, help us get into the algorithm a little bit by liking commenting, sharing, anything like that. Because only together can we go straight to the moon, baby. That's right. That's right. I'm so excited. I can't keep myself. I can't gather myself. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Stranger Things, the crossover, issue 2. And the writer here is Cameron Chittock. Art is Pharaoh P.E. Colors are Sophia Dodson. And I'm unsure who does this particular cover of Dustin and Mikey, but this is considered cover D. Jordan has the cover of Harbor and Splinter, I think. Or is it Raphael? Yeah, I think it's Ralph, sitting on, I'll show you near the end which cover he's got. But if you remember, our Hawkins crew had went to New York City for a field trip. They came across the familiar sounds of an old enemy, the Demi-Gorgons, and they noticed that they were hybrided with some Baxter stockman technology, making them part Mauser as well. But it drew the attention of the turtles here, our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you will. And we open, and at the end of the last issue, we seen Baxter Stockman cornering one of our groups of heroes. They decide to split off and investigate, the happenings of why the Upside Down is coming to New York, and who's behind the Mauser and Demi-Gorgon hybrids and such. And we find out that Baxter Stockman knows Papa from the Stranger Things universe. So we see here who our crew of Dustin, 11, Ralph here, trying to escape their captivity. And then we see our other crew here going to where the origins of this part of the Upside Down is happening. So, of course, shenanigans are going to always ensue for our heroes, and we see that we're going to see these turtles in action against the Demi-Gorgons finally. And before I go on, I wanted to say that my hopes for this near the end of the series is to see Shredder make an appearance and fight one of the Demi-Gorgons, but I don't think that's going to happen. That's just a little fan fulfillment here. But what we do see also is Baxter trying to connect himself to 11 to force her to use her powers to open up a gateway there to the Upside Down. Now, what I'm assuming has happened is that Baxter had come across these demi-dogs, so to speak, before they turn into full Demi-Gorgons, hybrided them in with his Mauser technology, and realized that he can probably make a ton more hybrid weapons, if you will, living weapons, right? So I'm assuming that's what the ultimate plan is here. So it's not even like because he knows Papa that he's capturing 11 for him. I mean, maybe he is, or that was the intention that he allowed Papa to believe. But we see here that Baxter has his own machinations on how to use 11 and her powers for his own benefit. And we also learn in this episode, and this is how he's tricking her. He's making her believe the Harbor's allowing her to go out, but she's not able to go out the locked door. And so Harbor's just like, well, use your powers, use your full powers to open the door. What's the problem? Da, da, da. And we see that she's not intentionally trying to help Baxter Stockman. She's just being tricked to open up a portal to the Upside Down. And it's up to our group of heroes here to stop that from happening. as our other group of heroes here are fighting the Demogorgons in the subway car in the tunnels. And it's some good action here, right? I mean, I think it's, I think the drawing, like, so simplistic, I was just trying to make it. The art in this is, I think, pretty decent. I do like the grittiness of it. I do like some of the action in it, and they don't really hold back on, hurting, like, using. I mean, there's no blood splatter or nothing like that, because I'm sure that they are trying to aim for a younger audience too, like a PG-13 audience, but we see them trying to rescue 11 out of this machine, and basically it's up to our one of our ninjas here to make Baxter let her go from the machine before she totally rips open a portal and is gonna make New York City basically hell on earth, like Hawkins almost became. So basically that's where we leave off with this crew. Is he gonna release her from the machine? Because only he can release her. If the people outside try to release her from the machine, it could lead to her death. And then we also see here the turtles that were helping Mike and them in the subway car wind up getting knocked out and taken by the Demogorgons. They lose this round, and finally Mike is like, well, we didn't have much weapons, but we finally got upgraded, and so it's up to our crew here to save the turtles. But what I'm assuming is 11 is going to get saved. We're going to meet up with Mike and them and save the two turtles that are now in the Upside Down. And that's where we are at the end of this issue. I will show you, I think, maybe a possible cover of piece of art that they're trying to show from the next issue here, where we see our group teaming up, but we see only one turtle here, right? So they're definitely going into the Upside Down to try to save their teammates. I don't know if we'll see Krang in this either. I think that's just primarily going to be now. The next issue is probably going to primarily take place in the Upside Down, and then when they come back out to the real world, the final issue or so is going to deal with, trying to shut down that portal possibly that may have opened or not opened, or find out how Baxter knew about this whole thing. As far as the cover I was talking about with Jordan, he has this cover here, and of course I got that cover there, and there's some other covers, variants and stuff that they have, and then the rest is just advertisements for other IDW Dark Horse comic books that they're putting out. I will say that I have not been disappointed in this series so far. This was unexpected. I wasn't initially, like I said last episode on this, I wasn't initially too sure if I was going to collect this series or not, but I'm glad I am, because I did a recent review on the Astonishing Iceman, and I was a little disappointed in that. So I was a little iffy on continuing that. We're still doing our Ahsoka reviews. We're still going to be doing Once Upon a Time at the End of the World reviews. I got to order that next issue in the next couple weeks. I might have to take a break for the next couple weeks in buying new comic books because of some other financial obligations I gotta take care of. So primarily in the next few weeks it might just be like television reviews and movie reviews. But if I can get any other comic books coming out, if I can snag a couple in the meantime, I may. But like I said, I have to try to take care of some other stuff going on. So as far as any new comic book reviews, this might be the last one for the time being, for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever like that. But I want to thank all of you for stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing, for tuning in. Let me know what your favorite part of this story has been. I think this is one of the better crossovers of the year. And yeah, totally 8 out of 10. But until next time, peace, Nookums.